You ever get a break from this?
Yeah, I can't believe I got roped into manning camera 4. No, Ambrose, I can't believe I got roped into manning camera 4 without a headset on.
What was that?
I can't believe I got roped into this.
Oh yeah, I figured you might, you know. Alright, I'm gonna need it's shoe, I think. Yeah.
to Let's Have a Concert, huh? String Quartet number 3 by Joseph Boulogne, the Chevalier de Saint-Georges. He was a Creole that was brought over to France, was made famous through his ability in sword fighting and fencing, and then playing the violin and composing. Was a contemporary Mozart, and I don't think his music is played nearly enough, so we were really happy to open tonight's concert with a piece by Joseph Boulogne. This is, of course, the Freshman Orchestra, and we would like to welcome you to our spring concert this year. You're going to hear from all 3 orchestras and the chamber orchestra. We have our great senior video tonight. We've been all moving on with all the cute baby pictures. It's going to be a great night for everybody. We have a special treat playing with an narrator coming up in a little bit as well. So I'm really just stalling to make sure that our pianist and our bass guitarists are ready to go. So this is Clocks, made famous by the rock group Coldplay. hand out some awards. Hello. Hello, there we go. Sorry. We have 2 OHS Music Patron scholarships to hand out to our freshman students. You're going to hear a little bit more about OHS Music Patrons in a little bit, but they have done so much for our program. They continue to do so much for our program. And one of the things they like to do is help kids take some lessons or go to music camp over the summer. So we have some money to give to 2 students from them. Our 2 recipients, if you would hold your applause till after we announce both of them, and then they can both come up here to get their scholarships, are Manuel Bergen and Ishi Chandrapapa.
Thank you. It's good of you to say it. It's missing the cellos and basses. They're coming in. Almost, yeah, basically. Okay. Okay. Done. How is that looking once the people sit down in the front? Okay. Okay, we're missing a couple people, so let me... Are we gonna miss the basses? It's pretty tight. Yeah, is that gonna work? Yeah. Yes. It will not tighten anymore, so. Oh yeah.
And now it's time to hand out our concert orchestra awards. And just like with the freshmen, we had 2 ONP scholarships for the summer, and out again for lessons or music camp. Those 2 go to Edward Smith and Harshita Rajaram. Harshita couldn't be here, but we'll get that to her tomorrow when she's here at school. We have also a rookie award, which is voted on by the orchestra, kind of like the sophomore in concert orchestra that impresses everybody else in the room the most. This year we had 2 of them. It was a dead tie. That's never happened before. The 2 that get the rookie award this year are Malcolm Cesario and Harshita Rajaram. We also have an underclass leader, so this is someone that, excuse me, not a senior, but someone that demonstrates leadership qualities that has impressed the rest of the orchestra. This year's underclass leader is Tegan Robinson. We also have another, this one does go to a senior. This is someone that has impressed the class as a senior. This year, I think this shouldn't be any surprise. This person has done a lot for the senior class already. If you walk through the hallways, you've seen it. If you see our poster behind us, you've seen it. This one goes to Rosalie Salazar. Couple years. We have an Arian Award to hand out as well. The Arian Award is a foundation that recognizes excellence in music and in academics. And this year's senior winner for the Concert Orchestra Arian Award is Eva Noel. And our final award this evening is not necessarily a concert or Philharmonic award. And I don't know if Mr. Tarr is out in the audience tonight. He was texting me saying that he was going to try and come. But the Holly Tarr Award is something we give out every year. Holly Tarr was a member of the orchestra and choir and very active in the theater department. And Holly Tarr, unfortunately, met a very sad end when she went to visit her brother in California for spring break her senior year. And so Mr. Tarr, is he here? All right, he's on his way up. So Mr. Tarr every year helps us in honoring his daughter by letting us choose someone that is active in both orchestra and in theater. And so Mr. Tarr makes his way up here. We're going to call up the winner of this year's Holly Tarr Memorial Award, who is Kurt Wright. after all that love, we're going to play some music from Gladiator for you. Yay, war and death. This is a great piece. You got to hear them play, beautiful French music in a very soft 3. Our Warrior Legacy is in 4/4 and 12/8. This one is in 4/4, 3/4, 6/4. So we've got to count like crazy to make sure everything happens. This is Gladiator from the movie Gladiator, composed by Hans Zimmer. Now we invite you to have a seat as the concert orchestra makes their way off the stage, and we're going to watch our senior baby picture and senior picture video.
They die fairly quickly. What were you getting? A warning?
Yeah, just put on the screen. It's gonna get lower.
Usually, I don't trust it under 100, so it might have reached 100. We have plenty of spares too. These cameras go.
Hey, you have this, oh wait, never, is the focus filtered on?
Oh yes, zoom a little out further out now because it doesn't know to get a focus. There you go. And then it can be wide enough that we see. Oh, but it should lock. The lights are probably here. Wait, let me have it. Tell her to get her on the camera. There it is. There it is.
sitting here tonight, but obviously none of us could be who we are today without our amazing director, Mr. Gala. He's given us a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that would not be possible without his hard work.
That being said, the seniors from both orchestras, concert and film, work together to bring some gifts to show our appreciation to Bella. The first gift we have are these yellow roses, and yellow roses symbolize gratitude as we're grateful for what Mr. Bella has done for us.
The second gift is a scrapbook. It's still in the works, but it's a collage of letters and pictures from the seniors.
And this is a bobblehead because we thought it'd be great to eternalize Mr. Ballard with a bobblehead.
We still have some music to play, but real quick, these seniors were 7th graders when I started in OHS, so this is the first class that I've seen from every position that I teach here from Chippewa of the high school. So these guys mean a lot to me. I'm really proud that there's 50 of them. I'm really proud that there's 25 in the orchestra that we have great leadership that chose to stay in, no matter which group they could lead. It means a lot to me. And before I start crying, I'm going to call up the chamber orchestra with the Philharmonic so we can finish the concert. So thank you so much.
hate having to sit here all day in these boring classes.
I know. I wish we just had 1 hour in our day to have fun and enjoy the fine arts.
If only there was some way we could just take some lessons.
Okemos Music Patron supports our music programs by making it possible to earn scholarships for lessons or music camps. They also support our music teachers to make our program happen. With your donation, we can continue to give the gift of music.
Thanks to all of your gracious donations to the OMP, we are able to have the fine music program that you saw here today. Please consider donating using the QR codes located in your program. Enjoy the rest of the show.
save that applause for just a second because you're going to help me welcome someone that is incredibly dear to our program, to our school. I've known this gentleman for a while, even before I started teaching in Opus, Mr. Matt Ottinger. He is our communications technology person. He films all of our concerts. He's the reason why we can live stream these concerts, so we have family all over the world that can still partake in everything that we do here. And fortunately for Mr. Matt Ottinger, unfortunately for us, he is retiring at the end of this year. And last year, when I got this idea, I've always wanted to do Peter and the Wolf with an orchestra. I've never done it. I love the story. I love the music. And I asked Mr. Ottinger, would you be willing to be our narrator? Because if you don't know him, he has an amazing voice. You're going to fall in love with it as soon as he starts narrating. And he immediately said, yes, this has been a bucket list item for me for a long time. And then told me a little bit later that he was retiring. I was like, yeah, that's how we're going to say goodbye to you, right? So it all seemed to kind of work really well. The orchestra has worked very hard on this. This is the actual work that Prokofiev wrote. This is not an arrangement. The narration obviously is in English, not Russian, but everything else is exactly how Prokofiev wrote it. And Mr. Ottinger has been just a joy to work with as we rehearse this for you. So please join me in welcoming and honoring Mr. Matt Ottinger.
This is the story of Peter and the Wolf. Now, in our story, the characters are represented by the instruments in the symphony orchestra. For example, the bird by the high sounds of the flute. The duck is played by the gorgeous oboe. The cat is played by the beautiful clarinet. The grandfather by the very low bassoon. The wolf is played by the four mean horns. Peter is played by the string section of the orchestra. The hunters by played by the timpani and big bass drum. And now here is our story. Early one morning, Peter opened the gate and walked out into the big green meadow. On a branch of a big tree sat a little bird, Peter's friend. All is quiet, chirped the bird happily. Just then a duck came waddling round. She was glad that Peter had not closed the gate and decided to take a nice swim in the deep pond in the meadow. And dived into the pond. The duck swimming in the pond, and a little bird hopping along the shore. calling through the grass. The cat thought, that little bird is busy arguing. I'll just grab him. Stealthily, the cat crept toward him on her velvet paws. Shouted Peter, and the bird immediately flew up into the tree. While the duck quacked angrily at the cat. From the middle of the pond, of course. The cat walked around the tree and thought, is it worth climbing up so high? By the time I get there, the bird will have flown away. Just then, Grandfather came out. He was upset because Peter had gone into the meadow. It's a dangerous place. If a wolf should come out of the forest, then what would you do? But Peter paid no attention to his grandfather's words. Boys like him are simply not afraid of wolves. But Grandfather took Peter by the hand, led him home, and locked the gate. No sooner had Peter gone than a big gray wolf came out of the forest. The duck quacked, and in her excitement jumped out of the pond. But no matter how hard the duck tried to run, she couldn't escape the wolf. He was getting nearer, and nearer, and nearer, catching up with her. Then he got her, and with one gulp, swallowed her. And now, this is how things stood. The cat was sitting on one branch. The bird on another. Not too close to the cat. And the wolf walked around and around the tree, looking at them with greedy eyes. In the meantime, Peter, without the slightest fear, stood behind the closed gate watching all that was going on. He ran home, got a strong rope, and climbed up the high stone wall. One of the branches of the tree around which the wolf was walking stretched out over the wall. Grabbing hold of the branch, Peter lightly climbed over onto the tree. Peter said to the bird, "Fly down and circle over the wolf's head. Only take care that he doesn't catch you." while the wolf snapped angrily at him from this side and that. How the bird worried the wolf, how he wanted to catch him. But the bird was clever, and the wolf simply couldn't do anything about it. Meanwhile, Peter made a lasso, and carefully letting it down, caught the wolf by the tail and pulled up with all his might. Feeling himself caught, the wolf began to jump wildly, trying to get out loose. But Peter tied the other end of the rope to the tree. And the wolf's jumping only made the rope around his tail tighter. Just then, the hunters came out of the woods. Following the wolf's trail and shooting as they went. But Peter, sitting in the tree, said, "Don't shoot! Bertie and I have already caught the wolf. Now help us take him to the zoo." lovers leading the wolf. Winding up the procession, Grandfather and the cat. Grandfather shook his head discontentedly. Well, and if Peter hadn't caught the wolf, what then? Above them flew Birdie, chirping merrily. My, what brave fellows we are, Peter and I. Look what we have caught. And if one would listen very carefully, you could hear the duck quacking inside the wolf, because the wolf, in his hurry, had swallowed her alive.
I appreciate you sitting with us. I know the spring concert is always the longest of the year, but there's so much to celebrate. So that piece has been a dream of mine to do for a very long time. Mr. Ottinger was wonderful. The students are amazing. That is very difficult to put together. One more round of applause for Mr. Ottinger. on from the Enigma variation. So, like our other two orchestras, we also have two summer scholarship orchestras this year, or scholarships for orchestra. This year, they go to Aaron Liu and Raina Lee. Just like in concert orchestra, the Philharmonic is a rookie award as well. Someone, a sophomore, that's recognized by the group as being an exemplary musician. This year's rookie award goes to Argyle O'Hara. Next is the coveted Green Goddess Award. Goddess is voted on by the seniors to the, quote, most freshman-like sophomore. It is a loving trophy done with tongue-in-cheek, and someone got quite a few votes that unfortunately was ineligible because they were not a sophomore. So we have an honorable mention of the Green Goddess Award. This year goes to Yosef Areta. Green Goddess Award does go to a sophomore, and this person keeps this award and gives her house for the entire year to bring it back at next year's spring concert so we can embarrass another sophomore by giving it to that person. This year, the Green Goddess Award winner is Aaron Liu. Is here tonight. Oh, wonderful. Hello, Mrs. Masterson, how are you? So, just like with Mr. Tarr, we have a scholarship in honor of Madeline's daughter, I'm getting it wrong here. I got it in front of me. Let me read it. It's Mary Ann. Thank you. I want to make sure I get it correct. Mary Ann Masterson, the Spirit of the Orchestra Award. This goes to a senior whose love for orchestra is recognized by everybody. There's always a positive influence on the class. And this year's Mary Masterson Spirit of the Orchestra Award goes to Bryce Brown. Our school does a lot of work with the Michigan School Band Orchestra Association, and we have an award to give to a senior for Scholar Instrumentalist. This goes to someone that is not only an amazing musician, but also top in his or her class, earning good marks, high grade point average. Their name also goes on a plaque that hangs in the room. This year's recipient is Amy Liu. Top player and also high academic student as well. This year's recipient of the Philharmonic Orchestra Area Award is Ariane Kim. I see Ms. Kessler is over there. Ms. Kessler, would you come up for these two awards, please? So Ms. Kessler was the orchestra teacher here at Okemos for quite a while. Built the program. I was lucky enough to get to student teach with her.
100 years.
And really none of this is possible without all the work that you've done, all the work that you continue to do through Suzuki and private lessons and keeping kids interested in orchestra. So we thank you And Ms. Kessler has 2 awards that go to students in the Philharmonic. One goes to a student that's not a senior. This is so that student can have a little extra money for summer studies, lessons, or music camp. This year's recipient of that award is Sophia Liu. Is the Marilyn Kessler Graduate Endowment Award. This goes to a senior that is going on to study music in college next year. This should not be a surprise because I believe we only have 1 student going on to study music next year. This young man is going to study music education at Central Michigan University. From our viola section, Sawyer Hamilton. Fostered a friendship with Mark Wood, and Mark Wood has actually written him letters of recommendation for college. So I think Sawyer's off to some amazing things already before he even gets started. So congratulations to all of our awards. And that brings us to our final event of the evening, other than, of course, the reception where we all get to take in some calories after sitting here for 2 hours. This is always kind of bittersweet. This is how we say goodbye to our seniors every year. Our Philharmonic Orchestra is going to play, and we're going to invite our concert orchestra seniors, so please come up on stage and join us. Senior parents, if you'd like, I think we have some flowers in the corner over here. You can get a flower, and senior parents can stand along the front of the stage here. This is our tradition, I believe started by Ms. Kessler as well. We're going to play the Nimrod variation from Elgar's Nimrod variation. Before it gets too much later, let's all go have some fun in the cafeteria and enjoy some practice. Thank you all so much for coming.